Hi friends, welcome to Ashu's DIY. Today in this video we are going to do a bracelet project. It's a very simple bracelet project. It's memory wire bracelets. So I have made a couple of options here. As you can see, this I made 7 coils, right? Totally 7 coils. It's made with this beautiful bugle beads and seed beads in the middle. I used steno seed beads because I had those available, and also that actually complemented this peacock blue metallic color bugle beads a lot. And this is the mix that I used, and these are check glass midnight mix. That's the one that I used for this bracelet, and I really like it a lot. So you wear one bracelet and it looks like you wore multiple bangles, right? Bangles are very popular in India. We have quite a lot of bangles, like varieties like glass bangles, metal bangles, and plastic bangles, and fiber bangles. So many things in India. So bangles is a norm because the climate is predominantly hot, especially in South India. So we get to wear only short sleeve dresses, not really a jacket or a sweater or something like that. So at that point of time, your hand is empty and you tend to fill up your hands with bangles. And of course, um, bangles here also it's popular, but not as popular as in our country because of the way that we use it. So, and also it's felt in India there is a lot of significance and story behind why we wear bangles, stuff like that. I don't want to go detailed into that today. This felt like a bangle that I can wear in India because it feels like consecutive thin bangles, but it is attached together. It will stay as it is in my hand, right? So that's the reason. It's just a simple stringing. I made a loop in the start, I made a loop at the end. I didn't do any gimmicks at all, just seed bead and a bugle bead. That's about it. But in this I have used some tile beads. In between I have filled out with some 11 seed beads, and when you came in the middle part of the bangle, this I did it with just 2 coils of the memory wire, and I looped both the coil at the end, as you can see here, and I added tile beads and seed beads. In the middle I staggered it in such a way, it's not even middle, right? It's staggered. So I added, I think, 6 seed beads in between, starting with 1 and 4 in opposite sides, and then I just went about to add these beautiful 6 by 4 millimeter crystal roundel. It's not actually, it's not from a strand. As you can see, the shape is a little bit different from here to here. So I had some leftovers, so I used those. uh, I just matched the color, but I really like the way it turned out to be. I can wear this with this totally, right? I can wear this with this. I can make one more of just a tile one or a similar one, and I can do it on the other side, or also I can do this as well. Just put it and put this on top and let it sit in the middle of these bangles. That'll look really pretty as well, right? So it doesn't have, you don't have to actually have all these designs. Means there used to be memory wire bracelets which has 2 strands of this. You can add the same pattern in the middle and then continue with the 2 strands of bugle beads. That also can be done. That's one single thing. But if you have like this, you can wear just this one, which really feel comfortable wearing this with any bangle bracelet or bracelet I have. And it's very versatile, it's very comfortable and easy to slip it on. And here I have used some super duos and seed beads, and some also I used bicones, and I have a staggered look 4 millimeter bicones. This is also very pretty, and this can also be done, and this is also easy to slip onto your wrist and then have a very nice bangle. So today we are going to learn how to make all of these, and I will put these aside. For that we need these items: some bugle beads, some seed beads, and some memory wire coils. This is the one that I have here. I bought it in Amazon. So deciding on the color combination is very important. And this I chose this color. This color is a go-to color for me. It blends very well. This time I want to use either gold or the black metal for this. Maybe I will use the gold, but I will try. And I have several bugle beads here, right, which is like short. And this one is a little bit longer, as you can see, than these. And these ones are some of the bugle beads. It will not, the memory wire won't fit inside the hole of these. So you need to be watchful on what you get. These are branded. I don't know whether these are branded or not, but I'll show you guys some. I want to use the screen, for example. Okay, these are Emerald AB. Maybe this one is branded also. So the sizes in the hole will be as uniform as possible. We can separate this with a gold. Once I will open this tube up. These are 10O seed beads. These are not 11O seed beads. Some of the 11O seed beads might not go inside. That is also something that you need to keep in mind about. So you just don't keep on trying. Just move on to the next one and so forth and so on. Even though if it is branded, I have seen that some will not go through. It just, sometimes it happens. So just move on to the next bead. I'm trying to open this Hobby Lobby thing is really a good deal, in my opinion. They often come in a 50% off deal, and then you get such a humongous tube. As you can see, such a humongous tube, and it is 85 grams, and you will hardly run out of this color anymore, right? So that's how it is. But it's notoriously painful to open this thing. I think because they hang this on the pegboard kind of a thing in the store, they don't want to open it up. Think about cleaning 85 gram tube on the floor, right? So I'll put some here. And this is my go-to color. I really like this color. This one is antique brass. Anything and everything will go with this color is my opinion, but I like the gold as well with this. So I'm still going to use the memory wire, which is stainless steel in color, because what I think is it doesn't matter. It's only at the end of the bracelet. So I put a seed bead, a bugle bead. See, this is perfect. I really like the gold one. Yes, how perfect is this, right? So this goes in and I like it, and this is what I'm gonna go with. I will move away all of these items. And then I also got this mix. This is from Art Beats Halloween Mix by Crystal Wick. I didn't use this as well. I am choosing this as my color for this bracelet. We'll do this first. This is very easy, just stringing and looping, and then we will come back to this. This is also easy, but a little bit different than this. The only difference is it's also stringing, but the only difference is if you have 2 whole beads and 2 memory wires going, it's a little bit tough to get the beads inside. You need a little bit more patience. First of all, for this loop, I have here 7 loops, right? 7 loops, and then 8 total. This is half here and half here, so 8 total. So when you take the memory wire, you pick up the last one, which is like this, and then go from here to here 1 loop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And then what I do is I allocate some distance for the loop, so about 1.5 centimeters or here and over here as well. So you want to use only memory wire shears to cut the memory wire, otherwise you will spoil your wire, your wire cutters. Your wire cutters is good to go. So use memory wire cutters only to use with the memory wire. So I leave a little bit of a overlap here and then cut it here. So I use this memory wire cutters just only for using with the memory wire and not with anything else. I mean, you can use it with other things, but with memory wire, if you use the other cutters, you will spoil that cutters. That's what I meant. So, and also, I don't know if this color will suit this combination or not, but I pulled out this color. I have other colors of super duos. These are super duos. These are 2.5 by 5 millimeter super duos, and I'm gonna see. I don't think so this color is suiting this. I will change another color for that. But we will start adding our beads. First of all, you take one end of your memory wire, and I would suggest here to use the round nose pliers that you have, the thickest round nose pliers. This is the one round nose plier. The loops are a little bit big, but it is very sturdy. So I'll prefer to use this with the memory wire. Doesn't matter which one it is. This memory wire thickness is not as strong as my necklace memory wire. My necklace memory wire was 18 gauge. I think this is 20 gauge. I'm not so sure. So take this at the end. You should not feel the wire in between your mandrels. That's where you should keep, and then see how far you put your hold your wire in between the mandrel decides the loop. If you make a loop here, the loop will be this size. If you do here, it will be bigger. So keep that in mind. We don't want a bigger loop, so that's why I'm keeping it fairly. See how I roll it and reposition, and roll it and reposition, and roll it and reposition until you completely reach the other wire. This is a complete loop. We don't want any of our beads to fall off, right? Now take this other end of the wire and start stringing your beads. So don't worry about this being going on top of each other. It will, once you put the beads on, it will settle down. So first we will start with a seed bead. Sorry. So if you keep your memory wire like this, the point facing upwards, then beads will fall down, rather than if you keep it like this, it'll go, the chances of it coming out is more, is all I'm saying. So take a bead. So I'm just going to alternate a seed bead and a bugle bead, and see this how it is. Okay, so I will do this for the entire bracelet, and I will come back and make a loop, and that's about it for this. Hi, welcome back. And as you guys can see, oh shoot, what am I doing? Yes, there it is. I finished stringing all of these beads. It took a while. I understand if you guys also think the same way, but the result is worth it, is all I'm saying. It's a really I would say, sometimes you wear jewelry on an occasion, or sometimes you wear jewelry I mean, you want to wear the jewelry, you love the jewelry that you see, but you don't want to wear them all the time because it might be uncomfortable, it might be too dressy, you might feel all of that. I completely understand those things. So, and I agree, these memory wire bracelets, you can dress up these and actually tone down also. Excuse me. The weather is changing drastically in my place, and it's raining today, which is a very good thing because we don't have that much rain here. But my sneezing is because of that. I apologize for that. See how I actually finished stringing all the beads, and I still have about, say, half a centimeter or less than a centimeter, I would say. Let me just measure this in case I'm telling. Yes, half a centimeter. That's exactly the amount that I have here. That's more than enough for me to make a loop. And as you can see, my other loop is here. So it's more or less in the middle. It starts and then ends in the middle. So now what I do is take my round nose pliers, and I said, like, you should not feel the wire here. You should keep it that way. Just start making a loop, and then I go a little bit down because I want the loop to be smaller. But I start in the middle because I have um, uh, more hold on that loop, because memory wire is still hard to manipulate, not like our regular artistic wire or copper wire. So I just finish making my loop, and I want the loop to completely sit so that no beads come off. So here I go. There are so many things that you can do to this bracelet. You can have dangles here, you can have tassels on either end of the loop, you can have many things, but I really like this bracelet to be as simple as possible, so that I can dress it up with additional loops, See, sometimes it gets tangled like this, and my younger daughter always does that when she's doing it. All you need to do is patiently just tweak that around. And then this is so versatile that you can just wear this as simple. That's also very nice. Or you can wear it with this, or you can insert this in the middle of the rose and wear it like this, which looks very pretty, right? So you can do so many things with these. As you can see, I have here, say, 8 loops of memory wire, which is very pretty. See this, I made these with 2 memory wires, and the loops are open, and as I said, you can add dangles, tassels, but I didn't do anything. And this, I have a little bit of a gap, as you can see, but if you notice in this, I don't have much of a gap. I prefer this than this, but for the sake of the pattern, I just wanted to end it with the super duos. That's why I just went a little bit small. So let me just move a little bit on the side so that I can get a clear view of what I'm trying to show you guys here. There we go. So now I want to make bracelet like this. This I made with tiles and roundels and stuff like that. You can make, see how I block the pattern. The pattern is patterns continuously with tiller beads, and then in the middle it goes like this, and then it comes. Whereas in this I have blocks. So here is the super duo block, and then the crystal block, and then super duo block, crystal block, and super duo block. So whichever you want to do, you can do. Now we are going to do this part with super duos. I have here this metallic mix which I want to use, and I want to use this mix of seed beads also, but this is the matching thing I'm going for, but I don't know how far this will look good. And I also want to use this pie cone. So I just want to pull out my stuff, and I will figure it out as I go. So, and to cut memory wire, you should use only the memory wire shears. I want something like this, like the loops very close to each other and it's not wide. So what I do is if I cut it over here, if I come and cut where the loop starts, which is, let me show you guys, which is right here, that will become one loop, and if I make 2 loops on either side, it will cut short like this. So I leave about, say, 1 full loop and a little bit more to just give myself like ample amount of wire to work with, right? So, and as you see, I'm not actually stretching it out, Just keeping it like that so that I can have my loops proper. See, about say a centimeter or so overlaps I have. So I'm just going to do the same for another one because we need two, right? So here we go. I just keep it like that. Okay. And then now I know exactly where I need to cut. So I'll go ahead and cut it right there. Okay. I eyeballed it at the end of the day. But that's okay. See, here we have two pieces which overlaps just a bit to make us the loops. We can actually adjust this later also, so that's not a problem. Now take one piece, take your round nose pliers and make your loop at one end. So I start here and see this. That's why I start a little bit up in the mandrel and I try to start the bend just like so, and then I go smaller and then I do the loop slowly. Do it patiently. It's a little bit tough to manipulate, but you can do it. There I go, the complete loop. Now I'm set with this one. Now I take the other one as well and do the same, right? So take it, hold it right here, start your loop, there we go, and then go smaller and take your loop completely down. So we have our two loops and the two memory wire coils ready. Now it's a matter of doing this pattern. So you can do this pattern or this pattern, whichever you want to. I want to do smaller blocks, like I like this 5 beads, 5 super duos, and then a long strand of this. If you can see here, I have mixed the solid color brown lavender seed beads with some metallic inside. So it all depends upon how I like the pattern, is how I like the color combos together, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop some bicones for myself, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the super duos. This is also a mix, if you can see, but I can just take one color if I want to, which I would like to, which is this black metallic color. So there is a bronze, there is black, I think. So let me just show it to you guys up close. So I'm going to use these colors and not the bright bronze. So I'll separate that and then take it in my design. First of all, we will start with a super duo. So we will put a super duo in one of the loops, take the other one, okay, and then insert this loop into that super duo as well, and then bring it all the way back down towards the loop side of the memory wire loops. See here where we did the round loop, so it comes here. And now the trick is to keep these two stable. There is a high chance that it'll go up and down, but that's okay with it. I'm okay with it. So here is our set that we are going to match. So I thought say let's do the gray color. So what you do is you just separate these memory wires. I think this is the gray one only. So memory wires, and then just try to insert these beads These two beads go down. Take the next super duo and insert it on both the wires, and then bring it back all the way down, and you see how it looks, and you check with your thing. I really like it to bring out that white color also. It's good. So I'm using there is a gray, there is a milky white, there is like a like an orangish pink coral color. So I'm going to use the gray and the coral color and not the milky white. That's what I'm going to take from. So there is a like light coral color and a dark coral color in the mist, so I'm just going to use both. So that's what I'm going to use. Next is take that light coral color, and you should have to separate this, or you can do it random however you want. You can use a single seed bead. You don't have to have this mix or anything. Whichever you have in your stash, you've got to have 11 seed beads and super duos. You can also use mini duos, but I wouldn't suggest for this project, just because of the fact that we need that space to add the bicones. It will not fit otherwise, right? So that's the reason why I wouldn't use the mini duos. But as I said, you can just, if you don't have a block pattern, you can just use mini duos all over and just separate it by seed beads. That'll look really pretty as well. And as I said, threading this part is the one which is time consuming, but other than that, it's a simple one. No clasp, nothing. I really like the way it graduates. The color graduation, I really like them. And what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to come back with the gray, and there is a matte as well, so I'm going to use that as well, right? Yeah. There are multiple colors in this mix, which is really nice. I thought of using this color first, but then I thought it would be much more darker. So I just wanted to do something vibrant and at the same time not so overpowering, I would think. So this one right here, just keep it properly. It is a little bit cumbersome because this comes in the way. Just move it like that, and then insert your duo beads, zip duos, and then when you come back like this, it looks pretty. Yes. And then we can start the bicone block. So as you see here, I have 5 seed beads on one side, 2 on the other side. I start with the 2 on one side just to give, that staggered look, but so that it doesn't occupy space. Otherwise, if I have bicone here, there's not enough space, so it'll affect the overall look of it. So that's why I stagger the bicone, and so I'm going to do the same here as well. But here I just want to have a mix and not worry about it much. So I'm just going to take some beads, 2 beads on one side and a bicone. Take the other side. I have to add 5 beads, so I'm just going to, except for the white, I'm going to add the rest here. Yes, this is the one. In no particular order, I'm using the beads that I'm using for the in between the super duos, but I'm doing it in no particular order. So that's 5 and then 1 bicone. So I want everything to be down next to the loop. I just want to see if everything is sitting properly. As I said, I need a staggered look. Now see, it will sit properly. I also want to see if it looks good with this or not. I have to have this like this. I just want to check if the bicone is a right fit. So as this, I really like it. So I'm just going to continue adding the beads. So now you know for sure where you have the bicones. You have bicones on both sides, but this side is the one which you need to add the 5 beads, seed beads. So I'm just going to thread in all the beads, and I'll come back and make the loop and show you guys how great it looks with the set. So I finished stringing all of these beads. Let me just move this and show you guys. And you can see there is a small gap difference between these two memory wires. One is a little bit longer, and you can see I put 5 of the super duos, and then I added the 4 bicones in between. I added 5 seed beads and then continued the same pattern. Here I did it a little bit different, only 2 blocks, and middle you cover it with this, and this one is a little bit different, and it ends with the bicone pattern. So all you need to do now is take this, whichever is shorter, do the loop first. That way you can cut short the other one to that size, right? Now you don't need this big space, so I'm just going to snip off a little bit. There we go. And now I make a loop. Make sure your loop touches and over here as well. And if you can see, it almost is the same size. And if you want to wear it separately like this, you can wear it. Obviously this color combination, excuse me, is not working, but we have ours, right? So what I can do is, I completely lost my voice, I guess. So there is a way to actually put this. You can do it this way as well. I mean, right? I have a slightly fatter hand, so as you can see, how cool is that and how cool is this? So you can use any 2-hole beads you want, not just the super duos, not just the tilla beads or tile beads I have used. You can use tilla beads, you can use diamond duos, and so forth and so on. And it's a very easy ones to actually make. It's just stringing and then a loop at the end. That's about it, right? You get beautiful results like this. How cool is that? I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos almost every day. It comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks so much for watching. I apologize I didn't do so many videos last week, and my kids had spring break, so we had a small vacation. I wasn't able to do more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad that I reached 2000 subscribers, and I'm going to go ahead and give away, and that video is coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Have a good day. Bye.